Hey everyone, this is Crying in the Trashcan, and today we're going to be featuring music from the band Chapels. We're going to talk about a variety of different topics: bum fighting, Daniel's taste in men, gay CrossFitters, and how much they annoy me, and also, to close off again, Caitlyn Jenner. So, thank you everyone. This is Aiden. I'm here with my co-host Daniel and our producer Willa, and today we're going to be talking about something that's been bugging the ever-living shit out of me. And it's this annoying fucking gym culture where people insist on texting you every minute of every day, every fucking accomplishment that they make when they're already fucking jacked. I don't need to know you do CrossFit every fucking day. I don't need updates on how fast you're running, that you scare milliseconds off your fucking mile. I don't need 14 shirtless pictures of you every day. It's really goddamn annoying. And it makes fucking people who go to the gym all the time look bad, and it makes gay guys look bad, and it just makes everyone around you look bad because you're obnoxious and you're buying into this fucking gay culture. And I'm stuck in a group chat with this goon who keeps fucking messaging me 14 times a day, shirtless pictures of himself. And he looks, number one, he looks fucking ridiculous. Me and my friend call him tiny arms because he has like a really giant chest and then these like stupid little spindly arms that you get if you do too much fucking CrossFit, like the fucking goon that he is.
I will say the last time his chest was broad, but like
Yeah, he looks like a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like
he needs
looks
to work on his
very
pecs.
wide, and then he's got like these ridiculous, shitty little arms. Stop posting pictures of yourself shirtless. You look ridiculous. And then he's got this like god awful Irish skin, like he has a skin condition. He's all like red and fucking blotchy all over the place. Either
Well,
that or he has the lighting on the planet, and you'd think someone who spends all of their time taking shirtless pictures of themselves would figure out the lighting that doesn't make them look like they have fucking hives.
well, he's too busy working out. I don't necessarily think like the problem is people in a group chat sharing like pictures like that, but I do think
No,
it,
it's this one guy. It's definitely
yes,
not the group chat that's the problem, because the group chat itself is not annoying. It's that literally every single fucking day I wake up and he's texted like 18 shirtless pictures of himself doing whatever fucking workout it is that he's chosen to do. Look at me. I'm doing bench presses. Shirtless picture. But it's never like shirtless picture of him doing the bench press. It's just like him standing in front of a mirror with a shitty grin. And he looks like a fucking serial killer. He looks like Ted Bundy if Ted Bundy got jacked. I get it. You strangle chicks in the woods, and you're now fast enough to go catch them. But can you chill the fuck out and stop spamming my fucking group chat text?
So the root of the issue is the spamming?
Yes, the issue is the spamming, and then he's the world's most obnoxious human being because all day. Okay, these are the worst people on the planet. Gay guys who found Jesus through AA. The worst. Number one, if you found Jesus through AA, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. Get off the fucking alcohol and then move on with your life. Jesus doesn't give a shit about you. And I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about how Jesus saved you from the evils of alcohol. Who gives a fuck? Good for you.
I
Good
have
for
like okay, if you're a recovering alcoholic, but you're like you converted to Catholicism because of that, how do you deal with communion? Because it is wine, but after the priest casts a
No,
spell on it, it's
this Goober
blood.
Goober doesn't even fucking post like it's not even like Catholic shit. Like who even knows what this dude is? It's just like Gary Vanderchuck style motivational memes that are actually like Bible quotes from Isaiah, where it would say hustle instead it says like Jesus or whatever. It's like and where it's instead of hustle and grind, it's like come to Christ. He'll rescue you from demons you have created for yourself because you're a goon. I don't
Come
know.
to Christ.
Yeah, he probably took it fucking literally because he's a big word I'm not allowed to say.
I have thoughts on that, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. So my big thing was it's not necessarily like if you have a group chat where everybody is contributing to stuff like that, it's not bad. And I also think it's about like if you are gonna like do pictures of the workout, it should be what you're doing.
No,
Like
dude, it literally are these like terrifying saw smile poses where he's just like shoulders back, like every cop photo where they've just got like the barrel chest and the shoulders back and their neck is like here, but he's smiling. And he's like, "Look, I'm 5'6", but you can't tell because the only thing in this picture are my nipples. Yeah, I fucking hate it. It's every single day. It's just like grin and nipples. And then he's got like weird body hair. It's
Didn't
gross. Put it away.
this
He used to
is
be like chunky or something from drinking, and we're supposed to like, I don't know, blow him over it. Like, congratulations, you lost 40 pounds. You could do that from stopping to drink, like, stop drinking beer.
didn't he like
You want a medal?
didn't he like put something in the group chat about like doing a group workout with somebody else in the group chat and then posted a picture of just himself?
I think he did do that. It sounds like something he did. I can't the instance on it does sound exactly like something he'd fucking do. Like, just had this wonderful trip with my friend, and then it's just him. And his friend is himself.
I feel like this is a story you've told me.
It sounds like it. I'm gonna look through this fucking group text right now and find it because now I'm irritated all over again. And okay, I hate gay gym culture. As a side note, gay gym culture is annoying. It's just golden retrievers so fucking happy to be alive, working out, and like weird. I don't know. I hate it. I hate working out with other people. This is why I like Muay Thai and not CrossFit. The year of CrossFit sucked. It's good for losing weight, but I'd rather you be screaming at me or punching me. I don't want this like weird motivational music, just some shitty fucking Cardi B. It's never even her good songs, it's always her bad ones. It's like bad Cardi B, or you wake up and they're like, we're gonna listen to classic rock. It's 5:15 in the morning and you all wanna skin yourselves alive because you've managed to come in here and do fucking deadlifts for 800 years at 9,000 pounds. It's just like these jacked suburban housewives.
Yes, okay, it was really hard to get in to do CrossFit because one, everybody was like, there's nobody my age there. And I was like, I don't know if I
Yes,
wanna...
it's all like weird, self-obsessed gay guys, dudes who are either in the military or think they're currently in the military. They're not. And it's like that, and then like militant suburban housewives who murder Susie over no muffins to the PTA meeting.
Yes.
Susie didn't bring zucchini muffins to the PTA meeting. They're
Yes,
gonna put her through a fucking wall.
I understand that it's supposed to be like motivational when people cheer you on, but when the fucking housewife with the 12 pack who did her workout in 2 minutes wearing a 100-pound weighted vest is like clapping, telling you can do it while you're like 12 minutes into this workout dying and everybody else is cheering you on. It's not motivational.
No,
It's
and the
still...
worst part is I can't. You're not even allowed to fucking hate them because they're the nicest people you've ever met, and that makes me hate them more. How dare you be nice to me and clap for me and be like super jacked? It's annoying.
I like
You're
all of that.
annoying. I hate how nice they are. Be mean to me. I respond well to meanness. It's because I had a bad childhood. It is what it is. But I need someone to scream at me.
No,
This is not motivational.
Okay, it's like, I don't know, if I'm
It makes me more mad.
Workout, like you don't even know if it's sweat or tears running down my face at this point. I'm dying and everybody's like, you can do it. It's like, I know I can do it. Stop looking at me.
No. Here's my problem. As soon as you put a pressure to succeed on me, I instantly fail. Instantly fail. Aiden, you can do one more rep. Now I cannot for whatever reason. My body has rejected this. It's because God wants me to fail. Now can we just go back to listening to whatever fucking god-awful Toy Story playing-ass remix this is that you all consider to be big booty mix, which doesn't make any fucking sense, because it's got the Toy Story literally in like movie quotes. You'll be sitting there and it'll be like the scene from The Godfather with the horse in the middle of the mix. And then like back to Cardi B, and then 4 seconds of Aerosmith's Sweet Emotion, so your whole tempo is fucked up. You're like doing deadlifts to the beat, and then Sweet Emotion comes on, and then you drop it. Then all of a sudden fucking Miranda Cosgrove is singing the iCarly theme. It makes you want to just blow your brains out. It's like an MK Ultra scam that we all sign up for. Here, do intense workouts while we play like this god-awful screeching noise. Try not to fucking blow your brains out while we do it.
I think the big problem is mainly like the tempo. Like you want, like, I want a good tempo because it's like keeping me involved in the workout. Too much tempo changes. I'm like, I can't match this. You don't
I need
like,
death metal screams from the void in order to continue having me. I need either death metal screams from the void or I need Nicki Minaj telling me I'm a piece of shit. Either way, I need that. I I cannot do this like weird upbeat, like it was like a dubstep beat, or I don't even know anything about EDM. It was like one of those bad EDM beats where it's like consistent, 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 then it speeds up and then it goes back to like really kind of slow but weird.
I feel like you've described
It's
electronic
every
music.
yes,
Like
it's
that's not.
annoying. It's annoying. I can't keep a tempo because now all of a sudden there's like a beat drop and I dropped the fucking clean and jerk on my forehead. It's really annoying. I don't know. It's like, can we just listen to Ice-T's metal band so he could scream at me about emails?
It sounds like I wonder. I mean, I'm sure you could do this. Anybody could do this if you had enough money. But really, it sounds like you should invest in a personal trainer slash dominatrix. Like, she'll like tell you the exercises you need to do, but like degrade you and call you a bitch while you do them.
This is fair.
Like she'll set up the workouts, do everything that a personal trainer's supposed to do, and then call you like a weak whore while you do it.
Honestly, the problem I have around exercise is daddy issues, so I actually need like a kind of angry-looking jacked man screaming at me. So
Okay, so what you're telling me is you want to work out with a high school coach as your trainer.
yes, preferably the Penn State one. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not. Ooh, spicy. I'm not even joking. Okay, one of like the football coaches for my school, he was really short, but he was like
They
jacked.
always are.
Yeah, super jacked because he was like the weight room trainer and the defensive line trainer. I don't know how he like was the
At least you
defensive.
guys had a weight room trainer. We had the shittiest soccer team in history. No one ever told us to actually exercise. We just like sprinted around this really shitty field. I am not kidding, folks. I'm being entirely serious. At the all-girls school I went to, we practiced soccer. We had we had equipment and a facility with weights and other shit. But for whatever reason, they insisted on us practicing like at this shitty little field that one of the other churches owned. And Daniel, you were there. It was a sand pit where homeless people lived when we weren't practicing soccer. It was where they lived and fought chihuahuas off with broken beer bottles. So I was the goalkeeper, so I'm literally like diving around in homeless man pee sand, getting cut with like random glass that was in there, wondering what the fuck I was doing with my life when we're the worst team. One time we lost a game 12-0. It was soccer. Do you know how bad you have to be to lose a game 12-0? And then they wouldn't even, that's how bad I was. They wouldn't even put me in the game. That's how bad I was as a goalkeeper. Literally, they made me ride the bench through a 12-0 game. At what point can you just say fuck it and toss me in the game?
I mean, but I feel like there's more to that story because I don't. Were you actually that bad, or did they just not like you?
That's the fun question, isn't it? It's always the fun question. It's not that bad, or does they hate you? Life's not that bad, or does God hate you?
That's
This life is forces above me oppressing me for no reason when I've done nothing wrong. Through the form of gay guys sending me annoying pictures of themselves on group chats. I'm still annoyed. And the group chat is still going. And like, what are we even talking about? We're talking about run times. We should all kill ourselves. This is not interesting.
I mean, in a fitness group chat or whatever, I feel like run times are important. Now, I will say, I have like, I don't know, you could tell me, you could be like, I ran a mile in 20 minutes, and I'd be like, good job. Like, I don't know what these times mean.
Well, some guy just was like, my mile is, or the same guy, this goon over here, posted that his mile time was like 6 point, I don't know, let me look at the fucking thing. I'm gonna fuck it up and then I'm gonna sound like a moron, which I probably already do anyway. Oh good, they're congratulating each other more. Oh, 6:45. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Like, he's talking shit about himself for running that. Can I set him on fire?
He's talking shit about. Oh, so basically, okay, because what I was about to say, like, that's like a good mile time, and he's talking shit about himself. So what he's fishing for compliments is what he's doing.
Okay, it's just annoying. Okay, actually, I might have fucked it up. Does anyone know what the acronym HWPO means? What the fuck? Oh,
No.
hard work pays off. Now I actually want to kill myself. This is the text message. I hated running. Set my PR mile at 6:45 today. HWPO. Like I hate motivational bullshit. Hard work pays off. Nee, 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 nee. I hate you. Hard work pays off. Yeah, motherfucker, hard work pays off. But
You
did you need to
should.
say it? Did you need to include it? Hard work pays off. Duh. We're in a
And
fucking CrossFit group. We
I
all know that hard work pays off.
I think you should consider upping the ante. I think you should come up
I
with
just ran a mile in 3 minutes and 35 seconds. So I'm going to need you all to get at my level.
I mean, one, yes, if you could
I
do
$6
that, you
million
should.
manned my way through the mile.
I think what you should do is you should be really petty and be like, that's pretty
There.
good. I ran a mile in 6 minutes and 44 seconds, though.
Right? And then a picture of me
immediately
shirtless. Yeah, I post my nipples and things go out of control and it's inappropriate. But this goon has bigger tits than I do. And he gets to fucking post himself shirtless all the time.
I think you should post yourself shirtless.
If I didn't have weird nipples, I totally would.
No, fuck it. Free the nips. Post yourself shirtless every single day. You should
The problem
be
is
like,
my nipples are the size of like dinner plates, so it's just like all nipple. I just like
if you have to look at that man shirtless every day when he's taking selfies of himself that don't even pertain to the workout he's done, I feel like
you're right.
you should post. They should have to look at your manly nipples.
You're right. I'm just gonna take pictures of myself in front of the mirror, shirtless, every single day, and be like, I didn't run again. PR still 0.
Send them pics of your manly dinner plates.
Right?
No,
Just doing my best to flex my fat. Just
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could do that. I think you should
post my 17-minute mile like it's a proud thing. You guys think that was good? I ran a mile in 28 minutes.
I think you should
Just
do
go
that.
hard the other way.
You should end it with like #blessed YOLO.
Hashtag hustle and grind.
Yes, you could do the emoji, like the 100 emoji, the emoji that's exhaling really hard and the like fit
Yes.
arm.
But I have to buy. I'm gonna do this, but I'm also going to be one of those Thrasher kids. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of Thrasher gear, and I'm gonna show up in like the snapbacks that say Supreme, and then a Thrasher T-shirt and a skateboard. Pretend I know what I'm doing, and be like, "Just did my mile PR today, guys. 17 minutes and 84 seconds."
Yeah. Yeah. And okay, hasn't this guy also like on a post that you made, you were talking about the issues that you had with gym culture and stuff like that?
Yes, I was just bitching because there's this really annoying thing about you just have to want it enough. Like, yeah, you just have to want losing weight enough. Like, if you're fat, you clearly just don't want to lose weight enough, and it's like, you fucking goon. You have the benefit of a nice job, and you have like a good gym around you, and you have the time because you only have to work one job to cook your own meals, and you don't have any kids. You're just like a single gay dude who spends his whole life working out and getting fucked, which is fine. It's literally what every gay dude on the planet here does. But like, I don't know. I just don't think that you can go into it with that attitude because like the gym is basically the only thing that gay white guys do is go to the gym and get on Grindr. So like, yeah, you losing weight is not shocking. It's not impressive. I'm glad that somewhere in getting butt fucked and working out, you found Jesus. Congratulations. Don't dwell too much on that, I guess. But like, I don't know. I can't stand it. Like your circumstances were incredible to allow you the opportunity to lose weight in that capacity, just like they were for me. I lucked out. Like it is fucking absurd to treat fat people like they all want to be fat. Like most of us were raised with either shitty diets, eating shitty processed food in this country, with shitty parents who didn't know what they were doing. Not that my parents are lovely people. Well, one of them is a lovely person, the other one has not talked to me in quite a bit. But and no, but
the family secrets, Willow.
just like I said when I started college, hi, my name is Aiden and my dad is dead.
And did you make friends?
Many friends. None of them were weird at all.
No, that's yeah.
Anyway, but there's just like, but you can see it even with like, you know, because I was 300 pounds and started at the gym, and like, well, some people are really cool. There's definitely a lot of people who treat you like you're a piece of shit who let yourself go, and they don't ever say that out loud. People are nice to your face, but you can definitely feel the ire, you know, and like. It's uncomfortable, and it's uncomfortable down to people saying shit like you just have to want it enough, or people doing shit like I was at the last fucking CrossFit class that I did, and I was so fucking glad this was the anti-kitty, was the fucking this lady who like co-owned the gym was bitching about how easy the novice level workout was. And it was like, then stupid bitch, do the second one. There's another level. Then don't do the novice. If the novice is too easy, then don't do it. That's why there's multiple levels. What the fuck are you talking about? The lowest level one is just so easy. I don't understand. Yeah, for you own the gym. I'm sorry you're 17 months pregnant with like 800 children or whatever, Octomom. So you decided to come to the fucking CrossFit gym anyway, even though you're gonna fucking launch babies out of your vagina like a fucking cannon any second. But like, yeah, please don't do that mid squat. But like, why? Number one, why are you here? But number two, why are you criticizing what other people do? Some of us are 900 pounds just trying to get through life as this whale trying to lift shit. And now, if you could let the whale lift things without being mean, that would be great. Thank you. Like, I'm sweating my fucking ass off over here, barely getting through level 1, and this stupid bitch is like flying through it. That was so easy. I'm just gonna go home and get wine drunk. Like, shut up. And you sound like Jay Leno.
I gotta say, the novice workouts, they kick my ass. I love my CrossFit gym. I haven't had your experiences, but like, yeah, that would piss me off. Like, the fucking novice workouts, they kick my ass.
Yeah, they're hard. CrossFit is hard, even on the novice level. I don't understand. It's too easy. Shut up. Shut up. Your husband looks like a Justice League character. I'm sure it's easy. The man is a triangle. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, absolutely. No.
Wear 18 weighted vests, you dumb bitch.
No, the owner of that gym was, I mean, like, he owns a CrossFit gym. So obviously he is
Two CrossFit gyms.
Oh, he owns 2 CrossFit gyms. So he's like incredibly in shape. And everybody, he would do all the workouts in the morning and he'd post his times on the whiteboard, like with the other coaches. And it's always like him finishes the workout in like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And the next coach, who they're all insanely fit, is like 5 minutes. Like,
yeah, literally every coach at a CrossFit gym is like the most jacked human being you've ever seen. Although,
like, what are you? This motherfucker would be on the pull-up bar doing pull-ups so fast the bar is like waving. Like, what?
Yes, and his pregnant wife is the same. This woman has been pregnant for 10 years, and she's like still doing 83 fucking pull-ups, and she's got like ankle weights on. And you're like, lady, not only was this a medieval torture method, but you're like seriously gonna induce labor at any minute.
It's just like watching you working out for 2.
I know you're joking, but I can see them saying like that, and I just can't stand it. And then it's commentary like, I swear to God, I turn around and there's like chicks going, I should have brought my wine to CrossFit. I literally heard that. Literally heard that. I am going to die. What do you mean? It is 8 o'clock in the morning. You're at a health thing. Why are we talking about getting wine drunk? What is wrong with you? You are an alcoholic.
Wine is made of fruit, so it's healthy eating.
Lots of things are made of fruit. This goon messaging me in the group chat is made of fruit. But I don't understand. It doesn't make it good. Yeah, and it's always white wine. These people just really like being hungover, I guess.
I
should have done my wine to CrossFit. Oh my god, the workout's so hard. Or the workout's so easy. It should be harder.
Do you think that... And these are the bitches who come in with, like, the 12-pack and do the workout with, like, a 100-pound weight vest, and then they're like, also, could you just, like, wrap chains around my body?
Yes, and this woman is about to pop out octuplets, but still manages to have, like, a fucking 12-pack. You're like, how does that even work? Is the baby jacked? Like, over her stomach, you could see her ab muscles, and you're like, what is going on?
The baby's flexing in the womb.
Yes.
She can just, whenever she's going out, she flexes so hard, she looks normal. Just
there's like an arm holding a dumbbell coming out of her hoo-ha, and she's like bitching about how hard the workout is.
I wonder, okay, I think we should look this out and get back to this, but the, like, super fit women have easier deliveries than women who are not fit. Like, if you have all that muscle, can you, like, push that baby out way easier than somebody who
not just way easier, I bet she can launch him like 45 yards.
The doctor's in, like, protective gear with a mitt.
She's shoving footballs up her hoo-ha and has joined the Patriots as their new kicker. She just lies down on the field and launches them.
I'm imagining, okay, this is really terrible, but I'm imagining, like, and once again, I do not condone doing this to any person, specifically like a pregnant woman or a pregnant person, if we're being all...
Just walk up and hit him.
What the fuck?
No, I was imagining, like her as a football catcher, right? Like, she has the belly and you put it in her hoo-ha, and then, like, you know those, like, rockets where you stomp on it to launch it?
Daniel, she doesn't even need that. Her abdominal muscles do it for her. She just flexes her stomach and it does the same thing. You just see her whole stomach compress, like, and then the ball goes like across the field above everybody. No one knows exactly where it's going. She scored points that way.
What sound does that, like, is it a pop? Is it a bang? Like, what?
It's a laser. It's a blaster pistol from Star Wars. You just hear pew, and then you see this football go and launch. It's damp.
It's damp. Ew.
But this is why you go to CrossFit, in order to be the best Patriots kicker you can, I guess. To make the fat people feel bad for doing the level 1 CrossFit level.
I mean, yeah.
And their names are always something ridiculous, like Ashley. Ashley and her 12 kids and her Allie-IGH, or however the fuck she decides to spell her shitty name.
Say, for all the listeners, however in your mind you're picturing Ashley spelled.
Ashley is blonde. Yeah.
It's not spelled like that. If it has letters that you would normally think would be in the name Ashley, incorrect.
It's like LEIGHWXYZ. It's got more letters than fucking LGBTQ people.
Yeah.
Ashley has single-handedly taken 86% of the alphabet. Her shitty name. It's all silent. Do what?
My name's Ashley, but it doesn't start with an A.
I don't know. It definitely starts with an EI. And yeah.
My name's Ashley.
And that's how she pronounces it when she strolls in with her like wine mom water bottle.
I feel like I would see that on all like the white moms will do the thing where they have like the baby names and they're voting on them, and I feel like it would be like Ashley with an A, and then it would be like Ishley, and then Oshley, and then like Ushley, Ishley. Just like
That's Southern names.
switching the letters. One of them starts with Y, so it's like Eishley, Weishley.
Yeah, and they all have these god awful German and Polish names. Just too many consonants in one name. You can't even pronounce it. It's WXYZEIGHO7. You're like, how do you pronounce it? And it's like Kowalczyk. You're like, what? That doesn't even make sense. There's not even a K in there. But fine. Fine. I guess we're agreeing that that's how your name's spelled, even though it doesn't even vaguely look phonetic.
Language is adaptable. Language means whatever you want it to mean.
Right. Okay, and speaking of the shitty hellhole that I live in, the fucking governor of Maine has done this annoying shit. Okay, there's no one in the state. Not a single person lives in this state. There's 6 people. We all employ each other, and they're all alcoholics. Right? All the 6 of these people. And the entire service industry of Maine, where every Yankee on the planet is fleeing right now, so every god-awful human being who, like, wants a hoity-toity $800 lobster roll and a bag of chips, I'm going to spend $47 on this lobster roll that I can get because it's frozen lobster tossed with mayonnaise, and I can get it literally anywhere, and I can make it at home for an eighth of the price. But I'm going to get it here.
What percentage of lobster? Okay, it sounded like somebody just fell down the stairs in my apartment. I'm not gonna check it out though. If they die, they die. What percentage of like lobster that you consume in Maine at a restaurant is from Maine?
I can tell you right now that I cannot answer that question. Okay, Willa, this isn't Swordfish. I'm gonna need you to chill.
I mean,
Halle Berry's not gonna pop up in a fucking swimsuit and tell us pertinent information and then vanish again for no reason. But so the fucking governor. There's only 6 people that live in the state, and we depend almost entirely on the fucking service industry. So the governor, and no, everywhere is hiring. Every single restaurant's hiring. Dunkin' Donuts is open for like 6.5 minutes a day. There's no one to come in. They're making like 3 donuts left. They're all really rude because there's 2 of them. They're open from like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Every restaurant is open.
I like how those times overlap. From 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Yeah, that's 2 hours.
Oh, I was imagining like all the way till the next day at 10 a.m.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. What the fuck do you mean? 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is a reasonable way to measure time. Why are you picturing a 26-hour time period? Who the fuck talks like that? Oh yeah, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., we're open. No, we're just open 24/7. We have very specific 26-hour. We're open every other day from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then we close until 8 a.m. the following morning. 26 hours. This is a reasonable time schedule when you have no employees. What the fuck do you mean? Anyway.
I can understand why nobody would want to work at Dunkin' Donuts if they had like a 26-hour shift every other day.
Yeah, this is why you're in charge of nothing. Because I tell you, we're open from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., and you think of that in 26-hour cycles like the dumbest human being on the planet.
I just, I don't know, time doesn't matter. The second part of our segment was me being, I don't know like the words to describe it.
Oh, so Daniel went on this camping trip, our good friend Daniel.
Okay.
You know Daniel, the other host. Daniel goes on this camping trip with his family, who are fun and
individuals. So it's on my dad's side of the family, and I mean that should already tell you something. because it's on my
So
desk.
Daniel grew up in King of the Hill, and Daniel is Bobby.
In Arlington, Texas.
Daniel is Bobby, but grown up and very gay. So Bobby. And Daniel's dad is uncomfortable with this. And so he bought him a tiny penis truck. And that's not to say that Daniel's dad isn't a lovely human being. He absolutely is. Very, very nice person. All of the niceties. Stepmom is, you're all lovely human beings. Great people. Very southern. Very southern.
Yes, very southern. I mean, my dad's dad, so my grandpa, he like grew up in Alabama working on sugarcane farms. And so you can already see like deep south. We go camping all the time. There were
But can you tell people what Southern is and means for them who don't know?
If you're listening to our podcast, you know what Southern means.
You probably know what Southern means. Like, Google Southern stereotypes, and yes, that's...
Literally just watch King of the Hill. Daniel's grandfather is the little angry man of Vietnam. And state daddy issues because of that, and he projects them onto his son, and thus we have Daniel. And
Yes, no. I will say though, like my dad's family, they all know I'm gay, and just no, they know. They are aware of the fact that I am gay. I have come out twice now.
you're gonna have to come out for a third time, and the dad's just gonna be like, "Now, Daniel, I don't know that I understand what you're doing here, but I mean, if this is the path that you're gonna go on, I guess that's okay."
It's almost like you've met my father.
Your father is my grandfather.
I mean, they're figuring it out. I mean, I'm going to start wearing crop tops around them, so I feel like they should figure it out soon enough.
You showed up with like 80% of your torso out, like you're that gay guy from the group chat.
They're gonna figure it out. I mean, the last time I was with my dad, then we'll get back to the camping story, but I was with my dad over Christmas, hanging out with the family, and we were watching this dumb 2000s Christmas movie or whatever. And, the guy was being a dumb fucking guy and ignoring his girlfriend, and she broke up with him because he wasn't worth her time. Like, he deserved it. And then the movie was him being like, I'm actually not a piece of shit because I know Santa Claus. And she's like, oh my God, put your dick in my mouth. But anyway, so we're watching this movie, and my dad turns over to me and he's like, Daniel, girls will get you into nothing but trouble. And my response, I didn't even think, it's just what fell out of my mouth. And I was just like, you know what, Dad? I don't think I have to worry about girls. And then we lost you again. And then we just watched the movie in silence for the next 5 minutes. It was good.
That's when your dad realized that you were the girl in the movie, sucking some dude off because he's Santa.
That is not me. I am too vain to do this. When I went camping, whenever I was driving back to my apartment, because it was like a 2-hour drive to get to where I was going. This
is why it took Daniel forever to get on the podcast, by the way. This is why we're running late.
I mean, the drive was the reason, but it was also because there was a guy I was talking to on Grindr, and we were he told me he was interested in like wrestling, and he watched collegiate wrestling all the time, and he was really good at wrestling. And I was like, oh, well, I practice BJJ, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I want to wrestle you. Now, see, okay. The issue with that statement is I am ultra competitive.
Not just ultra competitive. Like, we've gotten into giant fights over Monopoly, ultra competitive, starting in middle school, like screaming fucking fights over Monopoly in the middle of the library in middle school. So
Okay.
Daniel's getting these texts, and this is exactly what happened because I can hear his brain. Daniel's getting these texts, and the guy means like sexy wrestling, and Daniel is picturing wrestling. I love wrestling. Oh, he thinks he can beat me? I know he's hitting on me because he's a dom top, and this is how they do that. But you know what? I'm gonna actually wrestle him.
Okay, he started talking mad trash. He was like, "You're not even gonna be able." Oh no. Okay, my Discord went away, but I forgot that we were recording on Anchor. Anyway, yeah, this motherfucker
disappeared. Okay,
This-
sorry, go.
motherfucker was mad. Yes, hello. Am I on video?
Yeah, you're fine. Anyway, he was talking mad shit. Daniel, he was talking mad shit because you're like, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't real. Like, he clearly meant, like, sexy wrestling, but you can't ever read. You, like, don't read between. Sometimes you're worse than your brother. You, like, can't read into what people are saying.
Okay, no. He was. He definitely
like if John was on Grindr.
And, like, part of me knew. There was a part of me that knew he meant that. But then he was talking mad shit.
Part of me knew that he meant it. The other part of me ignored that I knew that what he meant, and I decided that
It's
I just wanted a sparring partner, but I'm gonna lead this poor man on into strip wrestling without realizing that I'm about to emasculate him and leave him naked in his own home, defeated.
that.
And Daniel's like getting the sick joy off of it. He's like, "This is better than sex. I got to emasculate you in your own home."
Okay, he was talking mad shit. And first of all, like, listen, I'm down for talking shit. I'm down for sexy wrestling. But if you're telling, like, if we're about to do this, if you want, like, me to suck your dick or whatever, beat it out of me. If you're gonna talk mad shit and you're not gonna be able to back it up, you deserve the humiliation that comes your way.
All of you Irish and Italian people out there who feel perfectly comfortable beating your wives, Daniel really enjoys that and also has long hair. So if you could just come find Daniel, he's looking for an abusive relationship. He likes to be beaten into submission. But if you cannot do that, he will leave you naked and humiliated at your home.
Okay, but you
with
know what?
zero warning.
I would like to point out that, like, yes, I like being beaten into submission, but it's not gonna be easy. Like, you're gonna earn it. So, like, if you decide that in order to beat me into submission, you're gonna punch me in the face, like, that's fine, but I'm gonna punch you back. And if you can't, like, I hope you're not the bitch.
Daniel's looking for that trailer trash love. Daniel wants a big Guido named Tony to come in and beat the fuck out of him so he can try and fight back, but he wants like that big mafia type that's just gonna smack him across the face like he's a bitch named Barbara. He's just gonna knock you clean across the fucking room. And Daniel wants that in a relationship. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for a man to beat the shit out of him.
If you're gonna talk mad shit about
as long as you're open about whether or not you're going to be abusive in this relationship, Daniel is interested. So everyone hit up Daniel. We'll put his socials in the thing.
Yes. So I get to this. Oh, and the other thing. Okay, so then, like, I was like, do you have any face pictures? Because it was a blank profile, and I was like, well, whatever. And I was like, do you have any face pictures?
My favorite part about that is you're just like, it doesn't matter what they look like. You're like gonna go fight them anyway. You're like, I don't care if you're 24 and jacked. Like, I'm about to go kick your ass. I don't care if you're 24 and 800 pounds. Like, we're about to go throw down. I'm interested. I know you mean sexy wrestling, but I'm completely bypassing the sexy part. And I don't care if you're the human centipede. We're about to go fucking wrestle. And that's all that matters.
Yes! Yes. He didn't know what he was getting into. Anyway.
Yeah, you should literally put in your bio, takes things too literally.
Yeah, so I get over there, whatever. We like rearrange his living room so this can happen. Okay, this is pretty bad, but as soon as I walk in, the picture that he sent me of himself was really, really, it must have been like post-quarantine, because in the picture he had hair and no belly. And
that would be pre-quarantine. Post-quarantine is after. Pre-quarantine is before.
Yes, thank you. Just fix that in whatever post.
We'll leave it.
No.
I thought that 8 to 10 meant a 26-hour workday, so like, I don't.
This? Tell your damn story, Daniel.
This is normal. But yes. Anyway, I get there. He's like, he doesn't look the same. He's like balding, but he's a year younger than me, and he has a beer gut. And at this moment, it went from like, I'm going to be like playful and see where this goes and see if he has what it takes to like beat me into submission, to I knew this was sexy wrestling, but I didn't want to do any of that, but I still wanted to throw down because it's really fun.
Daniel saw this poor man, 24 years old, balding and fat, and decided that life was going too well. So he's going to, instead of sexy wrestling, completely bypass that, beat him. And people, he was telling me earlier, the rules of this were strip wrestling. So if you won a round, you had to remove an article of clothing. Daniel then proceeds to beat him like 8 rounds. The dude is naked. Daniel just leaves him naked, fat, and bald. Completely defeated, ego annihilated. Daniel doesn't care. He cares only for victory. No matter the cost. No matter that this is clearly an easy target. You like walked in and then beat an obese man. You're like, this is a borderline hate crime.
Talking mad shit. I'm just saying, if you're gonna talk shit and not be able to back it up, the consequences are your own fault.
He was talking shit because it was sexy wrestling.
My statement stands. Yeah, no, we wrestled. It was 3 rounds, and I'm
Dude's
sure
just in his boxers, like, wondering what the fuck happened. He just got his ass kicked by this twink. He's already 24 and bald. And you're just like, did he have a mullet too? Or are we just gonna double down? Did he have like a mullet and a terrible car and like a dead cat?
Well, I don't know what his car was. No, he was balding and had a buzz cut, which is not a good look. But not like
there's no good look when you're balding.
Shave your head. Don't still have hair and a bald spot. That.
You know what helps? Emasculation. You know what helps? If you would just humiliate him in his own home.
Yeah. Okay, so then we got there. Before, like, we were rearranging, and he was telling me, like, he played hockey and he played football, and I was like, okay, so he's athletic. He doesn't look it, but he's played sports before, so maybe he's athletic.
He's played sports before, so I'm gonna go full jujitsu, full, like, 800 years of grappling training. And I haven't been training that long. I only did, like, years and years of MMA classes when I was like 10, and then from there I did some training here and there at jiu-jitsu gyms. But now I've seriously gotten into jiu-jitsu, and I've decided that makes me an amateur, so I'm just gonna go fight fat wrestlers who are bald and whose lives aren't going well.
Okay, I just want to let you know that when we were talking, I forgot that I used to do MMA training and about the grappling gyms I visited.
I don't know anything about wrestling. I haven't been doing it that long, only since I could walk. I'm only older than you, so it's not that long at all. It's only a quarter of a decade of wrestling training. It's fine. I'm not even that good. I've been told by lots of people who were literally professional trainers that I'm good. But that doesn't matter. I'm still going to go fight this amateur wrestler who was talking shit because he was trying to have sex with me on Grindr.
He was taught. Okay, he was. And I no, I said. Okay, I mean, yes. Now that we're thinking about it, I probably did give the indication that I knew less about what I was doing than I did. That
Hustled him. You hustled a poor fat guy and left him naked in his own living room.
yeah, we wrestled 3 rounds, and I don't. I think the longest round was like the first one at like maybe a minute 15.
Daniel. No, you didn't even like let him kind of not. You went 3 rounds. It didn't even give him like the longest round. What was the shortest round? 8 seconds?
No, the shortest round was the last round because he was tired. And I let him, you know what? After the first round, I was like, oh, like, he doesn't know what he's doing at all. And so then I was like, you can start in a dominant position.
And why did you do that, Daniel? Was it so that you could practice moves on him that you had learned in your like decade and a half of training?
That was the second time I tapped him out. No, the second time I tapped him out, I let him take my back because there's a choke that I just learned that's really cool and I wanted to do it.
I don't know that much about wrestling or grappling, but we should do submissions, even though you were a wrestler.
No. Submissions were not my idea. Submissions were his idea. And he was talking so much mad shit and like he had a whole bunch of experience wrestling. So in my like pre-meeting him thoughts, I'm like, well, I'm not going to do pinning with the guy who's talking about being a good wrestler because I don't do pinning. I'll do submissions because then
Instead, like I've done 10 years of submissions training. Thank God he chose submissions. I don't want to wrestle him. That might give him an advantage that he was never going to have in the first place. So, of course, we should do submissions.
Now.
Which I have a prior experience for. When have I ever even considered a submission?
Before meeting him, it sounded like he knew what he was doing. And then the first time I grappled him, I was like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. So then I gave him dominant positions. And yeah, I didn't make him take off his underwear, though. Like the second time that I beat him, he didn't take off his underwear. And I could have said something, but I was like, I'm a merciful God.
Like, you're already stripped down to your underwear, humiliated and defeated by someone who told you he was an amateur. And
technically I am. An amateur is somebody who does it for fun. That's me.
Okay, Max Weber's avocation.
Yeah. I don't even have to say anything here. You could already hear it. That's my favorite part. Daniel's just losing his shit.
It was, yeah.
This is my favorite part. Daniel, what would it have taken for you to have actually fucked this dude?
He would have had to beat me. He would have... No, the rules of engagement were clear, and he was just unprepared.
Why was he unprepared, Daniel? Was there information you left out?
I mean, possibly. I didn't, like...
I'm only a third-degree black belt in karate. What do I know about this wrestling? Is that some kind of a French cheese? Is it... What is wrestling? Is that a Greek word?
Karate has nothing to do with ground game, Aiden. I mean, it was pretty. I won't say I'm sorry because the rules of engagement were clear, and if he wanted me to do anything for him, he needed to beat me, and he didn't. So
Daniel likes to set up his hookups like Mortal Kombat. He forces victims to fight to the death, in a ring that he keeps outside of his apartment. Now, you might consider this to be bum fighting, because we all know Daniel's
I
personal
swear to God.
So Daniel likes to set up bum fighting outside of his apartment, and the winner gets to fuck him. So this has created a Mortal Kombat situation where people from around the world, and in this situation, Daniel is Shang Tsung. So you must defeat him to get to the final champion, who we have not determined yet. He has not revealed himself, although soon he will, I assume. Now, the tournament it just mostly consists of twinks that have to kill each other. And Daniel sometimes provides weapons, but not always. Sometimes it's just not even gloves. He just has the bare knuckle box outside of his apartment. And the person who shows up the least bloody is allowed to fuck Daniel. And this is a
I don't know if blood doesn't really like. I have a shower, so if you're bloody but you like fought well, you can take a shower and then we can get it on. But
right. Daniel's sexual preferences only involve Goku. Daniel just wants someone that can do 10,000 push-ups and punch a lizard person in the face. And these are, if you don't meet any of these requirements, but he also requires you to be a big Guido named Tony, because he wants someone who beats their wife. Daniel wants to be in the wife in this scenario. So it's good if you're an Italian fuck who's violent. Just go ahead and sign up to be in Daniel's Mortal Kombat situation. Liu Kang will be there, I assume.
But like, I mean,
But you have to be averse because on top of it all, Daniel's very picky. So if you're chunky and win the Mortal Kombat tournament, that's not even a guarantee that he'll actually fuck you. It's sort of an idea that you might be able to have. So you finally defeat all these. You've murdered 12 people. You finally get to the point where you can fight Daniel and you win. It doesn't matter because you were a bear and did not fit the description that he did not provide originally for what his preference is. The cops are on their way, by the way.
No, they didn't understand. I would just like to get a better idea of my energy level for at all times, anytime. Also this weekend, this was before I emasculated this poor man. Which once again I don't feel sorry about. I hung out with my cousin's friends and we were playing like, drinking games and having a good time anyway. We were playing this one game where one guy like got a card and it was like for the next 30 seconds, everybody in the room is playing tag with you and every single person that tags you, you have to take a drink for.
So Daniel created a fox hunt situation where he had the guy go for 10 seconds and then he and all of his friends chased him through the woods and beat him with sticks and then forced him to drink a bottle of whiskey fraternity style with a funnel down his throat after they beat him with the sticks.
No.
Because that's what Daniel does for fun.
That's not what happened. If it had been my group of friends, yes, we all would have chased him down. But nobody else was like, I'm going to chase after this guy after he ran out the door. I vaulted the couch right behind him and proceeded to chase this motherfucker for 2 blocks at 3 a.m.
Daniel gains his energy from emasculating people. So
what
he does is he just like, as a power bottom, what he does is he beats the shit out of tops and then absorbs their masculine energy. And this provides him with fuel. He doesn't actually require food. He just emasculates other human beings for his own pleasure. And this is what keeps him going through life.
No, okay, you know what?
The whole childhood.
When I caught the guy, like, me and him were cool. We vibed. He did, like...
Which level of the Mortal Kombat tournament did he sign up for? Is he in 2?
I don't know. I don't know if he'd fight in my tournament. I mean, I would fight him.
Him v Fat Guy. That's round 2.
He's like, this guy's like, he's pretty built. I don't know if he has any experience, but I feel like he would be like strong. But then I would just let him gas himself out and then.
Right. After not disclosing that you have any experience whatsoever, you're like, would you like to try a new hobby that I discovered? I believe it's pronounced wrestling. I'm not sure what the word is. I've never seen it before.
Okay, there was a moment where, so like we were hanging out in the party and somebody told me they were like, I'll pay you $20 to punch. It was the same guy that I chased down. I was like, to punch that guy in the stomach. And then he turned to me. He doesn't know anything about my background. And he was like, if you punch me in the stomach, I'll punch you back. And I'm like,
See, Daniel's into that. He's sexually attracted to that. So after he's chased the guy down and beaten him with sticks, Daniel likes the challenge. Punch me back, he says. He's into that.
yeah, super fun. I'm just, you know what? I'm just saying, if you're going to hit up people on Grindr or anywhere and be like, I want to wrestle you, and then talk mad shit about how good you are, you like back it up.
Just assume that the person on the other line doesn't realize that you're talking about sexy wrestling, or is just going to blatantly ignore that you're talking about sexy wrestling in favor of his own agenda, which is trying out jujitsu moves on unsuspecting bald men.
It was pretty cruel. I just want to know, like, I mean, if he's gonna tell anybody about that, what would he say?
What would he say? Yeah, I invited some guy over to fuck, and then 'cause I was joking about wrestling, or I was mildly joking about wrestling. We were gonna wrestle, and then he like really wrestled me and choked me out for some reason.
Twice.
And twice, choked me out twice, and didn't seem to get, and I didn't even get my dick sucked.
No, you didn't beat me. I don't understand what is so hard to understand about that. And he didn't. Okay, like,
I like the implication that your asshole is like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. If you open it, golden light comes out. That's why you have to like get defeated.
no, I'm not saying that my asshole is like the best like ever. I'm not saying that me giving head is the best ever. I'm just saying if you're gonna
No, what you're saying is
about being good at wrestling
in Mortal Kombat, you got a mediocre ass.
you better be good. No, just you. You're gonna trash talk me and come at me. You need to be prepared.
In
And
conclusion, if you have like domestic abuse on your file and you've like been to jail for it, Daniel's really looking for that. That's the kind of relationship that he wants. He wants a challenge.
I mean, Aiden, the problem with that requirement is I feel like most of the applicants are going to be cops, and that's an automatic no.
Ah, I see. You're gonna have to get over that because that's gonna have to be who poses a challenge. You could start cop fighting.
I would be down for that. Yes, just get all
Cop
the
fighting in
cops-
your living room, and then pretend like you're gonna fuck them after, and then don't.
That's fair. That seems like a good way for them to like shoot me.
Are you not into that? Did we not just have a discussion about that?
I haven't attained the level
Is
of
getting shot defeated? What is more defeated than getting shot? They won.
I mean, yes. Okay, fine. I guess if the cop decides they want to blow my brains out and then fuck my corpse, who am I to say no? Cool.
This is actually this Daniel kink. Daniel
That's
like
why.
people who win bum fights. Or if you're in like some kind of a fight club situation where you're just beating the shit out of strangers in a circle, that's what Daniel's looking for in a man.
You know what? That's why like no sex has ever truly satisfied me. It's because nobody has ever killed me and fucked my corpse. That
This is gonna be the best podcast ever. Let's call this one Bum Fights.
Oh, I thought you were gonna call it mediocre ass.
Mediocre ass is a good one.
I feel
No.
like Bum Fights is better for this one.
Yeah.
I just
Daniel's
fights and
mediocre
gym.
ass.
Bum fights and gym rats.
Yes.
That's a good one. Okay. Yeah. I left it out. I feel like I should recount everything that I've done. Oh man.
What, with the guy? Or just with your bum fighting experience?
I guess with my fighting experience. Like, yeah, I definitely.
Daniel, bum fighting champion for 10 years in Houston. This is also what he did not inform him. Daniel was wrestling homeless people in the middle of downtown Houston, schizophrenic homeless people that he would equip with tasers, and Daniel would go out and wrestle them for like 10 years. And they would scream at him and kick him and stab him, and Daniel fought anyway, and then he just like beat the shit out of this poor unsuspecting bald man after all these years of bum fighting experience and didn't even tell him. Daniel was like, I've killed 4 people, and didn't even tell the guy. He was like, I personally choked them out. I broke their trachea through wrestling and or whatever. I don't know anything about the body. I'm a moron.
With his bum fighting experience, it sounds like he'd be a great candidate to run with Caitlyn Jenner.
That's an excellent point. Caitlyn Jenner also wants to fight homeless people. It's probably not for a sexual reason, but I think that means you could probably run for lieutenant governor.
But okay, see, that would be a problem because I would be like, homeless person, you're gonna fight me. If you win, you can stay here.
I think that's a good way to deal with the homelessness in LA. There's like 145,000 homeless people. So this is the perfect setup for your Mortal Kombat tournament. You have all of the homeless people fight to the death, and you give them like George Carlin style, like just a bunch of drugs, and then you put them in it, and then you let them fight to the death. And after all the drugs have worn off, whoever's left standing, Daniel gets to pick as the first lady, or whatever the governor had.
I don't know. I feel like if we're gonna do that, I feel like, let's like.
It'd be funny if Caitlyn Jenner was the first lady and Daniel was like, "You've won." Caitlyn Jenner comes out and she's like, "Wait, I can't. Can I do the voice?" She's like, "Daniel, I've loved you this whole time."
Is she Nixon all of a sudden?
Everyone is Nixon.
Yes, Kitty. Why are you wandering around me?
I can't do the like weird voice. She's like, "Daniel, I've loved you the whole time, and I won this bum fight for you."
Yeah, but then she has to beat me. Do you think she could?
Yes.
If she had a car, probably.
Definitely. That's her preferred weapon of choice.
Come here. I was so mad. I was on TikTok because I'm a teenage girl, and I was going through, and there was like this lesbian. I don't know who it is. I'm not shouting them out because I've already forgotten, and they stole my joke I made like when I knew Caitlyn Jenner was running. Anyway, and she did the whole thing. She was like, I don't care what Caitlyn Jenner's preferred pronouns are because I'm just going to call her murderer. And I was like...
Yeah, everyone has made that joke. That was originally a Tim Dillon joke like 8 years ago or 8 months ago that I stole that now other people are stealing.
Well, shout out to Tim Dillon for a good joke.
Shout out to Tim Dillon, truly.
I think Tim Dillon should run against Kris Jenner. Wrong person. Caitlyn Jenner.
That would be amazing if Kris Jenner ran against Caitlyn Jenner. She was like, "Bitch, you stole my wardrobe, you broke up my family, and people keep comparing you to Jessica Lange, which we all know you don't look like Jessica Lange." And then she's like, "We're gonna fight for governor."
Who do you think the Kardashian girls would support?
Kris, who made them all the money, not Caitlyn. Let's talk about this because Bruce Jenner was the least interesting part of the show. Like, if you look back, Kris Jenner and what's her name, the one that's O.J. Simpson's daughter, Chloe, the big one.
I only know Kim.
Okay, well, there's Kim, Courtney, and Chloe, and those are the Kardashian girls, right? So those are the ones where Robert Kardashian, O.J. Simpson's lawyer, was their father, and then I think he died or some shit. And then he came back. Kanye had him come back as a hologram for Kim's birthday. That was really weird. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that video.
I want to do that for you, Aiden.
You should definitely bring my father back. That would be hilarious. He's just like screaming at me that I'm a piece of shit. It'd be amazing.
Yes, I will do that.
There, it'd be just like my memories. He'd get up there and he'd use my dead name and he'd be like, "You're a piece of shit, and you're terrible, and you're a disappointment." And I'd be like, "Dad, those are comforting words coming from you." It was like your mantra.
And I wish you could be my gym trainer.
Right? Truly, he was a good gym trainer because he would scream at you. if you were doing it right, and truly that is effective. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, Caitlyn Jenner. I think Caitlyn Jenner should be the governor in some ways. I think it's the governor that California deserves. You know, because California is just like homeless people and Instagram influencers, and I think the combination of homeless people and Instagram influencers is Caitlyn Jenner. Like if you took all of those people and face combined them, you would probably get Caitlyn Jenner. Just homeless heroin addicts and then Instagram influencers combined together to create a very weathered looking person. And I think that is who should run the state of California.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know.
And that's why Daniel is her running mate, because Daniel wants to make the homeless people fight each other to the death. What if they built like one mansion in the middle of one of the parks in LA, and the last homeless person gets to live in the mansion, and they're allowed to use whatever they want to kill each other? You can use whatever weapon. If you can get like an AK-47, you're absolutely welcome to just like open up on your fellow homeless people. It's a complete bloodbath. I think we figured it out. And then
at this point, I think just homeless people solutions in general should be the Hunger Games. And you know what?
Agree.
With sponsors and like rich people can send them gifts. Rich people can be like, you know what, Meth Kate, I've really been like vibing with you. Here's a machete.
Right, and who doesn't love Meth Kate? And see, that would be fun. And they could sponsor this podcast. Hey everyone, today this podcast is sponsored by Homeless Hunger Games. Homeless Hunger Games. It's bum fighting, but with weapons.
It's bum fighting and Survivor.
Homeless Hunger Games. It's how we're picking the next mayor of LA.
Yes. Okay, do you know what? If Caitlyn Jenner competed, I would donate her a car.
Daniel, she would win, and then she would use like some ring she stole off of a heroin addict, and be like, and ask and propose to you, be like, I murdered all these homeless people for you, so we can have this mansion in LA, in the middle of the park. And she's got like trophies. She's got like the ears of all the homeless people she's killed. She has to pull them off and put them on a necklace.
See, I'm more imagining if she's using the car as her murder weapon, I feel like we could just like take off the front grill with all like the hair and pieces of gristle and just like hang it in the living room.
Right? No, she's gonna use that to make like high-end couches and clothing, and then the end of it is just gonna be like the skin of all the homeless people she's murdered used to create a clothing line that then the younger Kardashian girls model.
I mean, I definitely would say if she made me like a cool occult looking spell book and bound it in like hobo skin, that might convince me to say yes. I'd be like, this is a pretty banging gift. I feel it.
Now here's the real question: is Caitlyn Jenner a top or a bottom?
Well, that could pose problems for the relationship because I'm pretty sure I know the answer to that.
I think it would be funny. Never mind. I don't know. That got spicy in my head.
Make it spicy out loud.
That's a fun idea. It would be funny if she like got the whole bottom surgery thing, but then just decided that actually she wanted a strap on, so she has like a 9-foot long dick that she just like straps on every day. She has the hoo-ha and she's just like, this is my other penis. This is the new penis.
Bottom surgery and then decided she needed a packer.
That would be that would be fucking hilarious. But it's just like huge. It hangs below her knee. You just see like just the slight head of it under her dress all the time. She can't even tuck it.
Do you know what I think they should make? I think self-defense for female to male transgender individuals who want to use a packer. Have a packer, but like you can grab like the shaft of the dick, take it out, and then you can whip it out as a baton. Like there's a baton that comes out. So you don't beat them with the dick side. You're holding the dick side because we want to be sanitary. But then you can, if somebody makes any transphobic comments, you can literally beat the fuck out of them with your penis. And if that's boring. I don't know.
Problem plan. She's gonna pull her fake penis out because she has a fake penis now, no longer a real penis. Otherwise, she would have pulled her real penis out and beaten the shit out of homeless people until they leave California with her fake dick. And that's what she does. She used to do it with her real dick and also cars. And now
I don't know.
Daniel, your solution was too complicated. You just make it a gun, you squeeze it. Poop, poop.
it's
No.
literally Michelle Kills. She's got like a revolver.
No. Okay. See, the point, like, if you're gonna make weird transphobic comments and make people uncomfortable, getting shot is not like. Is it a deterrent? Yeah, because the next time you think about harassing, an LGBT person, you'll be like, remember the last time I got shot? But I feel like what's more mentally scarring is like, remember the last time I harassed that guy and he pulled out his dick and beat me until I had to go to the hospital with it?
And again, this is Caitlyn Jenner's very effective homeless people plan. She's going to walk through the park, and if you're homeless and sleeping in the tent, she's going to pull out her dick, she's going to beat the fuck out of you until you leave. And that's why she should be governor of California, because she personally is going to handle every single homeless person. I think it's time for you to leave. And then she like pulls out her fake dick and just beats the fuck out of you. And she's like, I told you to leave. There's no use in running. I was an Olympic running champion. She could also, because she was like the decathlon champion, so she could throw her dick like a spear and get you through the back of the head. You just see like a homeless man running for his life. Caitlyn, no! And then like through the back of his head like a ninja movie, you just see the head of a penis come out.
I like how she can throw her dick so hard the blunt end will pierce a skull.
This is the power of a
She-Hulk is going to personally hunt down like the fucking Predator every single homeless person. And you can't hide because Caitlyn Jenner can fucking turn invisible too. She has heat vision. You are not safe.
This is the power of estrogen. When you take estrogen, you get heat vision.
Can turn invisible. You get a forearm blade and a shoulder cannon that vaporizes you.
This all culminates in, at the very end, when Caitlyn Jenner is finally about to be sworn in as governor, Alex Jones pulls up in his tank and then just starts screaming at her that she's been injected with a jellyfish. We're drinking the chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay. And then he's gonna like start going apeshit and shooting at her from his tank. And she's just gonna have to like a lightsaber, she's gonna pull out her cock, and then she's just gonna like bite off the bullets, just like bing, bing. Her dick can deflect bullets. We're not gonna go into that. And the bullets fly back into Alex Jones.
Tank rounds.
You're right. Tank rounds. They can deflect tank rounds. And so flying back into Alex Jones, and he panics. And so then he calls the interdimensional aliens that he communes with through DMT, and Joe Rogan, to communicate with them. And they both show up after having done gun course training and try and fight Caitlyn Jenner. But alas, Caitlyn Jenner is too strong. Her Olympic powers allow her to run away and then vault over a fence.
See, I didn't think she would be running away. I was going to be like, as an Olympic track star, she can dodge the bullets.
She can dodge the bullets.
Goes and gets the tank and then uses
But she
the
retreats
tank against them. It's
She
like
retreats.
car upgraded.
She acts in secret. Caitlyn Jenner strikes when you're not expecting it. Caitlyn Jenner, you'll be sitting there. Alex Jones will be sitting in his home in Austin when all of a sudden he'll hear from behind him, "It's time, Alex." I don't know why that was a weird voice. Nixon again. Caitlyn Jenner becomes Richard Nixon and then murders Alex Jones.
Fair.
Anyway, this got out of hand.
We've gone 3 different conversations.
Everything seems to just keep coming back to Caitlyn Jenner for some reason.
That's because she should be the leader of the free world. And All right, that was an abrupt end. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This has been Crying in the Trash Can. We're going to end with a song by a couple of friends of mine from a band out of Portland, Maine called Chapels. This is their song, A Light. Go ahead and check them out. They're on Spotify, YouTube, anywhere where you can find music. Thank you again for listening, and we hope you enjoyed that episode.